To this thing right now. Guys, what up, what up, what up? I was having my morning cigar and I've already finished it, but had some work to do, had my morning cigar, and I had to get on and do this video. I'm a little late getting to it. But guys, I don't know if y'all saw the article about Ice Cube and the Big Three firing Rachel Demita over her Caitlin Clark tweets in game. Okay, guys, I got to tell y'all right now, I was shocked. But before we get into this, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, mash that like button, turn on that bell for notification. Get down in the description, man. Follow me on all the socials, man. Comment. Guys, I'm starting this new thing where some of y'all are going to see this live. Some of y'all going to see the recording. But I'm live now just so people can actually see it live if they have time. But if not, you can watch the live version. You can also watch the uploaded version. I don't edit, so it's going to be the same thing either way. But guys, Ice Cube just fired Rachel Demita. And y'all got to understand the Big Three. I'm just surprised they made this move. And the reason I'm surprised they made this move is clearly, guys, Caitlin Clark is the cat's meow right now for everybody. This girl is getting ratings like we haven't seen since Steph Curry and that kind of thing. She's that box office as far as people wanting to see her. And I think she's coming more and more into her own. And I get, guys, why Rachel probably, got terminated if you're Ice Cube in the Big Three. But I'm like, Ice Cube, come on, bro. She only tweeting about Caitlin Clark. You don't have any females in the league. I get it. And let's be honest, what did it take away from the Big Three? If she wasn't tweeting that, what would you want her to tweet out about the Big Three that was going to get that engagement? Right? So now, guys, look at what we're talking about. This is how powerful Caitlin Clark is. Nobody's still not talking about the Big Three. They're talking about Rachel Demita, who has a hell of a following on social media, who's going to be fine, by the way. And we talked about Caitlin Clark. So what did they achieve by firing her? Guys, my background is agriculture. If you cut a tree limb back, it's so that it grows. Right? So if I terminate somebody, it's so that I got to make sure that my business continues to grow. Well, what if I fire somebody who was trying Ice Cube? And I'm getting into this pretty quick because I'm doing my stuff live now. So I'm not going to, just get to the points later. Ice Cube, if I'm actually tweeting about Caitlin Clark during your Big Three game, more people are going to tweet, more people are going to click on my content, and they're going to see that I'm also a Big Three commentator. So I'm tying her fan base into the Big Three fan base. Why? What does Caitlin Clark's fan base always say? Caitlin Clark's fan base always says it should be about basketball. It should be about good basketball. Well, what Ice Cube got to realize is that all the players he has playing on Big Three and what he's trying to create about Big Three were those guys that are still just passionate about basketball. I like watching Big Three. I can't believe Ice Cube made this mistake. And for all of you guys who haven't seen it yet, let me pull up this article real fast. Now, I don't know how this is going to work on live, guys. If you're watching it live, you'll see the article on the reload for sure. But let's go over here to Yahoo Sports, guys. Big Three commentator Rachel Demita let go after posting Caitlin Clark tweet. Okay, guys, the Big Three has no use for Caitlin Clark mania. Look at this guy. Whoever starts out, everybody got use for Caitlin Clark mania. Ice Cube's basketball league fired courtside commentator Rachel Demita after roughly 1 year, with the final straw being when Demita tweeted Caitlin Clark's performance against the Liberty this past Saturday while she was working during a league game. Demita, a popular basketball commentator with nearly 279,000 followers on X and at least 1 million on Instagram, posted 8 times that day, which she indicated was her birthday, and all involved Clark. The commentator confirmed the news in a video, saying she was terminated this week after posting about the WNBA. The Big Three, according to a letter Demita read in her video, was dismayed and disappointed by her post about the competing league during the same time the 3-on-3 basketball league was broadcasting live on Saturday. Demita added that she didn't want to make excuses and she'll take the firing on the chin. Yeah, I want y'all to see this. Let's Watch what she has to say.
What's up, you guys? I'm Rachel Demita, and welcome to the Courtside Club. In today's video, we need to address the elephant in the room, or the elephant that is currently going viral on social media, and that is the news that I was fired from the Big Three. Now, my intention in making this video is just to tell you guys the truth. I don't have a publicist telling me what to say. No one's telling me what to say. I just wanted to give you guys the truth, give you guys my side. You guys were also so invested in the Big Three from all of the content that I've made about it here on my YouTube channel, on Instagram, on Twitter, TikTok, all of the things. So I feel a responsibility to tell you guys the truth, let you guys know what happened. And I don't want to make this any more dramatic than it needs to be. So with all of that being said, the rumors are true. I was fired from the Big Three, and my team received an email at 11 p.m. on Tuesday with a letter that essentially said that I had been terminated. Now, I don't want to misquote anything, so I will just let you guys know exactly what that email said. They said, "It has come to Big Three's attention that Miss Demita was posting on her social media platforms during this past weekend's Big Three games and promoting the competing New York Liberty versus Indiana Fever WNBA game that was being broadcast at the same time. The league is extremely dismayed and disappointed by Miss Demita's severe lapse in judgment while performing services for the league, during which time she should have reasonably known that she should have been promoting only league games. The league provided her with unique access and opportunity to be a focal point on national broadcasts, so management was completely taken aback to learn that she was posting about another league's games while in the midst of rendering services."
All right, guys, we're going to keep reading because I want y'all to just see a little part of that, and y'all can see pictures of her. Okay. She quote tweeted at 3:32 p.m. Caitlin Clark's highlights from her return from injury in the win over the Liberty with the caption, "For those who question the hype." The Big Three schedule listed 4 games that day with a 3 p.m. tip time. There's beef between Big Three and Clark after the Fever turned down the league's $10 million offer to play in the 3-on-3 league. Y'all can see what she tweeted. Okay. Ice Cube said on the Dan Patrick Show last June that the deal would have been for 2 years at $5 million each season, and they had even discussed team ownership plus merch benefits. "We believe her coming into the Big Three would be such a big deal that all boats would rise. The league would benefit from the attention. The salary would have been a humongous raise from her 4-year, $338,000 contract after being drafted number 1 by Indiana." However, Clark is not like most WNBA players due to her lucrative endorsements that can make up for the roughly $84,000 a year salary. She signed a historic 8-year, $28 million shoe deal with Nike. The Big Three announced Demita's role upon her hiring as she will be giving basketball fans behind the scenes look into the upstart basketball league and amplifying the voices of the star-studded league, which include Nancy Lieberman, Lisa Leslie, Jason Richardson, Frank Nitti, and other former NBA players. Now, why am I doing this video, guys? Let me come back over here, pull that down. Why am I doing this video for you guys? We gotta stop the fact that here's what's happening. I can see exactly what she was doing. I'm not trying to take up for it. She shouldn't have been doing somebody else's work on while she's being paid by Big Three. I get the legal component of it, right? She should have been focused on her job and her job only. I can't be at somebody else's place doing something that doesn't benefit them wholeheartedly, especially if I'm on the clock. But I want y'all to see what's really going on here. The hate that comes toward Caitlin Clark, especially when it comes to basketball. I think she got fired because somebody who's pro WNBA is in the Big Three executive offices. If y'all listen to what she said on her email, it has come to our attention that you were doing this, right? It's come to our attention. Who said something to him, right? So what does it tell you guys? What does it tell you guys? Your sideline reporter is consumed by Caitlin Clark. You tried to get Caitlin Clark. You pretty much admitted that you gave her an offer of 2-year, $10 million deal plus merch. But we're going to turn around and fire the girl who's just as consumed with Caitlin Clark as the Big Three league was. That's my problem with it, guys. I'm an Ice Cube fan. Everybody who grew up in the 80s, man. We Ice Cube fans. Everybody who grew up watching Fridays in the 90s. We're Ice Cube fans. But I think this was a huge mistake because what the girl clearly is trying to do is get some of those Caitlin Clark fans to come over to the big three. And she's going to tie it together because she's a sideline reporter with this social media influence. Why would you not want her doing that? You know what I'm saying? If I'm Ice Cube in big three, all right. Every time you want to post Caitlin Clark, put us right up under it so that when people scroll, we're next. Guys, you leverage Caitlin Clark. You don't cast out Caitlin Clark. Ice Cube making the same mistake that the WNBA making. And the big three and Ice Cube got to come back and say, first thing I'm doing is I'm rehiring her if she come back. Because Road Rants on Black and White Sports 2 said this wasn't a firing. She's been set free. Do y'all see the social media following she has? Guys, and this is the attractive girl, social media presence like this. I don't think she's going to be hurting leaving the big three. And with this new media deal that the NBA has, and if I'm Caitlin Clark, I'm bringing this girl on my team. She clearly knows ball. She wouldn't be the sideline reporter on the big three if she didn't know basketball. She clearly has relationships. She can keep building the Caitlin Clark brand. I think Ice Cube screwed up. I would have had her posting about Caitlin Clark all the time because most people are watching online. Most people are streaming the games and that kind of thing, all while looking at their social media. And if they can see a big three clip after every Caitlin Clark clip, how is the big three losing? Well, now, once this story broke, Ice Cube going to lose a lot of fans because there's a lot of Caitlin Clark fans that watch Big Three. And that's why I said they declared war against Caitlin Clark. Not Caitlin Clark, the player. Caitlin Clark with the machine of fans. Because now, once those fans pull away from you, everybody sees a drop in business. Caitlin Clark is not a player. Caitlin Clark is a brand and a machine. And that army she got behind her, expect big three ratings to drop substantially because Caitlin Clark fans respect the Ice Cube over the offer that he gave him for 2 years, $10 million. Guess what happened when you fired a girl who's promoting Caitlin Clark? That I think what she was doing, because she's a social media genius, she sees the customer base over here. She sees what she does over here. Let me bring them over here. And it's going to bring attention to the big three because they're going to say, who is she and what does she do? Oh, she's a big three. If I'm a Caitlin Clark fan, guys, I'm a basketball fan, right? If I'm an Angel Reese fan, I may not be a basketball fan. But if I'm a Caitlin Clark fan, I'm a basketball fan. Why? Because all Caitlin Clark does is ball. Ice Cube's players, they're former basketball players, because even though they're past their age and prime, they still want to just ball. That's why there was synergy between the two fan bases. Y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think, man. Is Jeff crazy or is Jeff on to something? If you hadn't already, mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notification. Want to thank everybody who's watching this live as I record it. Like I said, I don't do editing, but man, I just appreciate y'all. Appreciate the support. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Get down into the comments. It really helps the page get out to people who need to listen because I'm pretty sure y'all ain't getting no take like this anywhere else, man. And until next time, we gonna holla.